In 1989, as most people know, the Berlin Wall fell, or more precisely was torn down, and it was internationally celebrated, and the idea was that we were at the end of the era of a divided world, and there would be something like a global triumph of democracy and the end of walled existence. And in the past 20 years, nearly 34 to be precise, new walls have emerged up around nation states, sometimes dividing nation states, sometimes surrounding certain groups of nation states. So these walls are distinctive because they come at a time when everybody expected that there would be global connectedness, transnational movements, the falling of barricades, the falling of borders, the increased connectedness and relations among peoples. But they're also distinctive because they do something different than any other walls in history have done. These walls mostly are aimed at people. They're not aimed at invading nation states. They're not aimed at trying to contain or keep in a group of people, as the Berlin Wall was thought to do. They're aimed to keep out people. Do nation states really need to keep people out, or are there certain kinds of desires and myths that the walls are fulfilling that have to do not with what's actually needed, but with what's maybe politically needed, or maybe what's also psychologically needed, providing a kind of psychological containment or container for people who are feeling increasingly buffeted by the world's powers and by global forces that are beyond their ken and beyond their control. And walls, as we know from the walls of our own house or the walls of our own offices, can provide a kind of comforting fiction that we're safe and that we're contained, and that we are a we and they are a they, and that the wall can be a kind of dividing line. Literally looks like we are guarding our borders and we are protecting the U.S. from all of those who might come from without to dilute it or take advantage of it or hurt it with drugs or with terror or simply with the willingness to take low-paid jobs. But in fact, as I say, that is a performance, and the walls don't actually deter or block those it would seem to block. So the wall is very effective, I think, as a performance piece that designates an us over here and a them over there. And I think it helps to build the idea that there is law and order inside and barbarism or lack of civilization outside. And it has the effect of displacing all of our problems and all of our ills to an outside that is invading and that is permeating and penetrating our interior, our good interior.